What's going on, everybody? It's your boy 3MG. So this here is a video on my top 5 developers slash publishers. Reason why I put both together is because some people get confused of the developing team and the publishing team. So like, for example, we'll complain about 2K or we'll complain about Rockstar when something happens with GTA, but in fact it's Take-Two who's in charge of GTA. But you know, we know what it is. Same thing with 2K or you know, with NBA 2K, and that's made by a specific company under the publisher 2K. But y'all know what it is. So these are just my top 5 companies. These are my opinions, my reasons, and I would like to hear what are y'all favorite top 5 companies, and maybe what games of each, you know, of each publisher or developer team that you like the most. So my first would be Square Enix. Mainly my top games would be Hitman, Tomb Raider, and Kingdom Hearts. They're all 3 games were story driven, very good games. Each sequel, each part of the series was a great game. I'm hyped that there's another Kingdom Hearts coming out. I'm hyped that there's another Tomb Raider and a Hitman. So they do have some hitters for this year's and next year's library of games. I like Square Enix. Their games are solid. Whether they have bugs or not the case. But their strong lineup, though, throughout their, you know, of their existence of being in the gaming industry was Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Tomb Raider, Hitman, Deus Ex, Sleeping Dogs, and Just Cause. They have plenty other games, but these are like their lineup library that are hitters, that are heavy hitters on their library. So they got some, they definitely have some weight on their back. My second team, and if you actually look at their library, it's really not that big. But they have very, like, an iconic game. You have Naughty Dog, my second favorite development team, publishing team. The Last of Us, and Last of Us 2 is unofficially announced, but still, The Last of Us, heavy on multiplayer in that game. The story is amazing, very true to the core, true to what survival and love and emotion is about. And not only with survival, but the fact of the living. So how do you compare your lifestyle in this type of genre? How can you survive in this type of genre? This game is very strong on story, so I love that game. And my last one was Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, I love Crash Bandicoot for years on and years in throughout the past, and their lineup is not really that crazy. They got The Last of Us, like I said. Also, to mention a game that I really like from Naughty Dog is Uncharted 2. I love the story from Uncharted 2. I played Uncharted 1, did not beat it. Played Uncharted 3, it was like but still, Uncharted is still a very big game. Very big game from Naughty Dog. So yeah, their strong library hitters will be The Last of Us 2 unofficially announced, the Uncharted series. They also have Crash Bandicoot and Jak. Even though it's not a crazy hitter, but they have 2 games that are very, very popular, very good games. My third favorite company slash, you know, developing team, publisher developer team is Rockstar. Rockstar has to be like the top of one of the best lineups, best games in their library, in their arsenal. They have Max Payne, Manhunt, GTA, and by the way, when I say Max Payne, Manhunt, and GTA, I mean like their complete series. Also, Midnight Club, the complete series. You also have a game which movie goes down in history as one of the best movies, The Warriors. Then you have Red Dead Redemption, one of the best video games of third person I've ever played with story. I love Red Dead Redemption, and that's just my favorite games from Rockstar. Their strong heavy lineup is GTA the series, Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne the series, Manhunt 1 and 2, Midnight Club, LA Noire, Bully, and The Warriors, and much more. So they have a strong arsenal right there of games, and their games have been consistent. They've had some little drops here and there with certain games in certain parts, but their games still to this day are being played. Like, they have very, very popular demand on games with sequels. So people want Red Dead Redemption 2, people want a Bully 2, people want another type of game like LA Noire, people want Midnight Club, people want another Manhunt, which has been banned in most countries and we won't be able to see that. People love GTA. What is the problem here? You know what I'm saying? People want a reboot of The Warriors. Like, Rockstar's games are just that well designed, well developed. Another company, or should I say publisher, and slash developer team that I really like is Ubisoft. And I know that sounds weird because Ubisoft has been on a bridge of broken gaming, and whether or not that is the case, still they have a library of games that I do enjoy playing. For example, they got the Splinter Cell series, and my favorite one thus far is Blacklist. That game was great. I remember playing Prince of Persia, and that was one of my favorite games. I love that game. They fucked up the last one, but I wish they can bring back that game. Also, Far Cry the series was definitely a good series. Far Cry 4 is a bit skeptical. I'm not really feeling it. The story was okay, but I'd rather play Far Cry 2 and 3. Rayman, marvelous game. And then have the Assassin's Creed, which may seem weird because, yes, Assassin's Creed has fell down. But the thing is, their game worked. I would love to even play it more because I love when games take it back to different time periods. And with the game's type of genre play, and with having things like that involved, where in history there's certain sequence of events involved in this type of game genre, makes it so much more fun to learn and play at the same time. So I like that. Their heavy hitters, though, are coming soon and thus out already, which is The Division, the Splinter Cell series, Far Cry 4 in the series, the Assassin's Creed series, Rainbow Six, this series, as well as Siege, South Park, of course, and Rayman. So they do have a large library of heavy hitters as well. So I mean, that's just for the most part, they are up there, believe it or not. Whether we like to say they're servers or they're broken ass games or not, they're still up there. My last but not least favorite developer team and company, and it's crazy because I put them over a lot of other companies and dev teams, is actually Telltale Games. I haven't played them all, but I've played Wolf Among Us, I've played The Walking Dead, the first few episodes, I played the Game of Thrones ones just recently, and I've tried out the Borderlands ones. They have plenty more games actually under their library. They got some some small titles, but I'm basing them off of their recent, even though Back to the Future was doodle, but I was basing them based on their Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, Game of Thrones, Borderlands, and a couple of their other titles, because they embraced the culture of what these big AAA games were and what, like, maybe from a popular show, and transformed it into something where anyone can enjoy and get their hands on. And it's been so popular that they went from mobile gaming over to consoles and PC. So I know that it may seem weird because I've chosen an indie game developing team and company over most bigger companies, but to be honest with you, I can appreciate what they've done so far with their games. I can appreciate the work they've put into their games. It never feels like a reskin from each of the series of what they've been doing. The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Wolf Among Us, Tales from the Borderlands, and to see that they actually transformed most of these games into a Telltale type of game is just amazing. So I mean, kudos to Kevin Bruner, which is CEO of Telltale Games, because I can definitely say that everyone, or if not most, definitely appreciates their titles. And they got a lot of other games in the works, and right now Game of Thrones is very popular on mobile right now and even on PC. So I can't hate, you cannot hate these indie teams, man. Their lineup right here, that small little lineup, can defeat so many other big, company games. Their games are story driven, they're fun, very interactive, and something to definitely enjoy and look forward to for the next part after episode. But yes, that's my top. I understand they got companies like Quantic Dream or Quantic Dream, which makes Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. If I'm not Beyond Two Souls, I believe it's Beyond Two Souls. Yeah, it was Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain. They made some game like Fahrenheit and some shit like that. And then you got also Bandai Namco. You got Capcom. And it's funny, I didn't say Activision, I didn't say EA, because I was really trying to go deep into games that kept me busy. A lot of these other companies, they fell off over the time. I didn't even say 2K games, even though I love BioShock Infinite. Nor did I say Bethesda with Dishonored, or BioWare with the Souls. Like, I understand there's games that I've loved from many different companies and developers, but it comes down to what's kept me satisfied, what library kept me satisfied, and which library I can depend on, and which team I can depend on to always give me a great experience. So these are just the teams that I feel that I've enjoyed most of their games. I would like to hear or like to see what would be your top companies, maybe what would be your top companies and games in the comments below. So it's your boy 3MG, and I'm out. Peace.